United States. Things like this really get me sparked up and on fire, and I thank Peter for organizing this and the group that you have here. And I have to tell you that these groups you're going to see, because it's going our way, you're going to see them start get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I've seen that. There's groups like this. There's one called EPOC, Epicenter of Chiropractic with Troy Dukowitz, that's going insane. And they're all over the Midwest, and they do just like what you do. They meet every month, and they talk chiropractic, and they get people on fire, and they start talking, and they start saying, hey, listen, what are you thinking? What's in your mind? What are you manifesting? What challenges are you having? What things can we do better? How can I? How can I? How can I? That's all they're talking about. And then you've got the wackos out on the West Coast. You've got, what's the guy's name? Billy DeMoss, total lunatic. Okay, thank God. And then you've got the New Beginnings crew. And I got to tell you, worldwide, this is starting to take off. I have 11 offices in Peru. We have 2 opening up in the Dominican Republic next month with Peter Morgan. Maybe you've seen him. He does mission trips down to all over the place. And the country's saying, thank you, please come in. How can we help you? How can we help you? We've been dying to have this care. We're so happy you're here. The baseball team, Dominican Republic, Sammy Sosa. Right. Please come in. Can you be our team chiropractor? We've been dying for this. Thank you so much. That's going to be the new tune, okay, for the next millennium. And I'm going to talk to you about today, try to get you a little bit psyched up on where we're going as a profession. Because when I talk around about to chiropractors, I came back from Peru so excited about chiropractic, and I started to talk to chiropractors here, and it was like moaning, crying, dying, whining. I'm like, what the heck happened here? And we'll talk a little about what happened, but I can tell you this, that's going to disappear, and the thing that made us great is going to make us great again. Because we're going to go back. We're going to go back in time. Okay, we're going to go back to the principle of chiropractic. And that's what's going to set us apart. So welcome to the Schubel Chiropractic World Tour. You never know how far-reaching something you think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. Dr. B.J. Parmer. And I have to tell you that I am here and you are here for exactly the right reason. And today, I'm going to start to throw out some nuggets and things that in the future you might go, oh my God, I can't believe I was so lucky to be at that meeting on that time and that person. This guy just changed my life around. I'm pretty good. Okay. Actually, I'm really good. I was just watching Muhammad Ali, and I just love his thing. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Muhammad Ali is oozing of the greatest. Yet, if you ever listen to interviews with him, when he was in Thriller in Manila with George Foreman, he said he was scared to death. So he didn't know that. He didn't let himself know that, because he knew as soon as I let the fear beat me, I'm done. Only me can defeat me. That's it. Only me can defeat me. And I'm telling you this, we're going to the mountaintop. Who the heck am I? I'm a chiropractor that for 13 years, and some people have asked me today, how did you go to Peru? How did this happen? So I'm going to give the short story because, I told a lot of people today, they're going to be like, oh, he's going to tell the how to get to Peru story again. I was in Life University. I'm a 95 graduate of Life University. I was thinking about doing mission work. And one day I walked into on my desk, and there was a newspaper opened up, right place, right time, and there's an article there that's talking about Dr. Walter Sanchez, a big DE practitioner. And Dr. Walter Sanchez had just opened up a practice in Peru. I went home, and I thought, this was awesome. I read the story. He's bringing chiropractic to the people. That's what it's about. And so I called him up as a student just to say, hey, Dr. Sanchez, that's wonderful that you're doing. This profession needs more people like you. You're awesome, Dr. Sanchez. And he goes, you want to come down? Okay. He actually said it. He said, you want a job? And so then I had to go back and explain to my wife that, because we had this whole plan that we were going down to Florida, and I said, well, we're making a detour. Okay. And I remember getting to Peru, and I had like 2 carpet bags, and with all my worldly possessions. And when you get to the airport in Peru, it's not like you go in through a sleeve, right? You walk down on the tarmac, you go out, and then when you go outside, there's these police barriers, and there's 10,000 people on the other side going, taxi, taxi, gringo, they're yelling Spanish at you. I know no Spanish, and I'm expecting Walter Sanchez or Ray Page at the time to pick me up. And nobody shows up. And now I know two things in Spanish. ¿Dónde está la comida? Where's the food? And ¿dónde está el baño? Where's the bathroom? That's it. So now I'm here and I'm standing here all by myself shaking and I'm going, this is either the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life or this is going to be transformational. I'm either going to die or I'm going to grow. One of the two. And it turned out that we started to grow. I remember I probably gave a guy a $100 bill and he gave me like a 10-cent piece for the telephone, and I put the thing in and I'm shaking and I get an answering machine in Spanish, and I'm just like, hello Walter, this is Leo Schubel, I'm here at the airport. And it turns out these guys were partying all night long and they forgot to pick me up. So. Anyway, that was quite some time ago, and I got to tell you too, I'm also on the board of trustees at Sherman College. I'm a father of two healthy, beautiful children. This is Liam Jr., this is Mary Ann. They just turned 8 years old, and here we are. This picture is one of my favorite pictures. This is us last year in the summertime. We went to Niagara Falls. We're on the Canadian side of the falls, and this is a revolving restaurant where you can see all around the falls. Now, Niagara Falls is an amazing spiritual, vitalistic place. Niagara Falls was so important and so impactful that one of the fathers of free thought for the world, Thomas Jefferson, I'm kind of a history buff. Now I've been to Monticello probably 5 or 6 times. I love the place. The man was a genius. Okay? And in his house, this is one of the wealthiest men of his time and one of the most creative men of his time, are not one, but 2 pictures, 2 paintings of Niagara Falls. It was a place that was very, very important to him. And when I got there, I realized why. Because my life is about chiropractic. Some people, chiropractic's a job. A job. For me, chiropractic is my life. And that, by the way, is one of the secrets to any person's success. If you get a job and it's just to pay the bills, that's all you're going to get to do for the rest of your life. But if you get a life, if you get a purpose in life, then you rise to the top. Success is imminent if you have a strong, burning desire and a purpose. Because that desire and that emotion will allow you to take the persistent action that you need to rise to the top. But it's not about you. You see, that's the awesome thing about chiropractic. Your success depends on your ability to serve others. So it's about them. Your ability to serve them. That's what it's about. And everywhere I go, I see chiropractic. At Sherman College, Bill Decken is a professor in philosophy. And I love the idea of Sherman College, what they have. I was just at Northwestern Medical School yesterday. And it was funny because the chairman of the board of Sherman College says, John Hildfish says, he's a graduate from Northwestern. Now he's an upper cervical practitioner, right? And he says, what are you stepping foot on that campus for? Why are you going over there? He goes, I graduated from there. I've never been back. Bastards. And I go, I'll tell you why. Okay. And I was at Logan the day before. Because every one of these places, and I was in England, Glamorgan, and AECC, I was at New York Chiropractic College, and every one of these places, when I get there, it's like, thank God you're here. Save me. Seize the day. Please, please bring more of this to us. We need this. After I got done with AACC, the head of the student board there said, in our library, we don't have any Fred Barge. Could you send me Fred Barge? I said, I'll donate the whole series of Fred Barge to you. And guess what happened? The American chiropractor that's in charge of the well, I call it chiropractor, I use the term loosely in this case. He declared that that was not evidence-based chiropractic, so that's not allowed on campus. So the only way that these people can get the information, they can't get it. It's funny because, ironic, really not funny, ironic, that universities were originally created for what? Free thought.